Your greatest strength is learning when to engage and when to keep your peace. Greetings and blessings. Welcome in my water signs, my Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios. This is your Evolution Empowerment reading. We begin this reading with your current energy being in the energy of the Four of Wands. Now, not Four Wands, Four Swords. My apologies. Now, this Four Swords being in your current energy. This energy is all about spirit inviting you to take a rest, or you already are doing that, whichever works for you, my butterflies. This is all about reflection, energy of recovery. So this energy being here in your current energy, it could be suggesting that you've been carried a lot mentally with Swords energy. That's mental. This could also be emotionally. It could be both. And now, the important thing is that now it's time to take a pause. So rest isn't a reward after healing. It's a part of the healing. It's a part of the healing process. It's not something that's going to come later. So give your permission at this time, my water signs, to recharge. Because mental clarity, it comes through those moments when you're still, those moments when you pause, those moments when you quiet out the noise all around you so you can hear things clearly. So you don't have to solve everything today. This may be about putting, something that you've been working towards, or something that you might be trying to figure out. This might be about you putting that on pause. Because healing, my butterflies, is going to happen in those quiet moments. And it happens just as much as in those, active moments too. But it also happens in those quiet moments. And the position for what's shifting for you, we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. So this energy is, it's saying to me that you're shifting away from emotional overwhelm. The Queen of Swords energy and the reverse, she could be self-critical. This could be about you having unclear boundaries, not speaking your truth. But this is all about, with it being in reverse, this is all about you moving toward greater emotional stability because it's being clarified by the card Anchor. So, that Queen of Swords energy in reverse, this could, be about you, having harsh, that self-talk, inner dialogue. Thank you, Spirit. Inner dialogue with yourself. It could be that. It could be, like I said, difficulty expressing your truth, standing on your truth, telling people, like it is and what it is. Because the Queen of Swords energy, she cuts through the bull. She's been through a lot, mentally and emotionally. So she can stand 10 toes down. She can stand firm on her boundaries. Queen of Swords energy, she could also be the type of energy that is allowing emotions to her clear judgment. Because like I said, in the upright, she's clear. She's intelligent. She's a great communicator. She's very, she can write. She communicates very well. So this energy could be about you allowing emotions. That's what you've been doing in the past, because this is in the position of what shifted for you. You may have been in a position of where you was allowing things in the past to cloud your judgment just based off of being emotionally overwhelmed. And Anchor being here, Anchor says stability, security, and the grounded symbol of being firmly rooted, feeling safe, or finding emotional and physical steadiness amidst change or chaos. So this is like, feeling like, to me, this is saying that your stability, it does not have to depend on what's happening around you. Because peace can become your foundation. So anything, like any temporary actions, emotions, feelings, or anything like that, don't allow those to make permanent decisions for you. Stay grounded, stay anchored in your own security. Create those boundaries, those foundations. You know, those whatever it is that you need. Create that for yourself. Those places, those safe places of peace. Create that for yourself, my water signs. Ground yourself before you start responding to anybody, because this is about allowing you to operate from a place of calm and peace, not allowing your emotions, because in water signs we are very, very emotional. So this is about not allowing your emotions to make judgments for you, or to get in the way of you feeling peaceful, grounded, and serene. Emotional security, feeling emotionally grounded, that begins within. Can't nobody outside of us give us that. In order to have that, that's this place of rest that Spirit is asking us to be in. The energy for all four elements, we have been the last element to come out. The water signs is the last element. All of the energy that I'm getting a repeat of is intentionally choosing solitude or rest. That's the energy that I'm getting for all four elements. So that's current energy for us all. We're all connected to this. But moving on to our butterflies. In position for the obstacle of blockages, we have the Five of Wands energy. The Five of Wands energy is all about competition. You know, battles and struggles. This is, disagreements type of energy. So this could be, competing opinions, inner conflict. This could be, noise that's just going on around you. There's so much going on outside around you. The situations that just feel unnecessarily complicated. Don't make any sense. That's the Five of Wands type of energy. But with it being in the obstacle of blockage position, it's being here so Spirit can remind you that not every disagreement needs your participation. Sometimes you retreating, you taking a break, you relaxing, going into recovery. It's all that you're required to do in a situation. Because sometimes confusion, sometimes the reason why you can't make the right choices is because you got too many voices, too many people, too many different, situations and events are influences our decisions. So at this moment in time, to move past these obstacle or blockages, Spirit wants you to recognize that you don't have to absorb everybody else's opinion. What everybody else got to say don't matter. What everybody else is doing doesn't matter. This is about simplifying what, becomes unnecessarily complicated for you. Getting a handle on it. Taking control of it. Getting rid of what no longer serves you. Protect your energy from any type of unnecessary conflict. This is what this is all about. In this rest, in this recovery mode, this is where we can get a chance to ask ourselves, whose voice have we been listening to more than our own? In this rest and recovery mode, this is the opportunity where we have to completely listen to just our voice without anybody else's input, their conditioning, their desires, their expectations. In this current energy, this is how we achieve having that moment. It's through rest and recovery. Because chaos, any type of chaos that's going on around you, when you resting, when you're recovering, it loses all its power. You ain't feeding it no more. And when we begin to operate from our higher self, that's what we'll understand. Is that when you walk away, you leave stuff behind, it no longer has the juice. It no longer has the same drive that it once did. It don't impact. It don't hit the same. And the best way to navigate through this energy, my butterflies. So I can wrap this energy up for you, just reading that for us. We have the Knight of Cups energy. The Knight of Cups energy, it's the Knight of Cups energy, is it's like the energy of being adventurous. When you follow your heart. When you have passion and romance. All wrapped up in your heart once again. And so this energy for the Knight of Cups energy, this is all about feeling your heartbeat again, as you can see in the images of this card. This is about tapping back into that, following your heart song, and it's being clarified by Boomerang. It says a repeating process, returning, starting over. This is all about how you best navigate through this. This is all about going back, tapping back into that heart space, tapping back into that romantic energy. The energy where you were young and you were naive and you wore your heart on your sleeve. This is all about regaining those memories. Letting that be the force that rebuilds you up. After going through something, because the Four of Swords energy before that is the Three of Swords. So you may have experienced some type of heartbreak. Some type of, betrayal, disloyalty, whatever. You may have experienced it, and that's the reason why you're in the recovery mode right now. That's the reason why you're resting and retreating. But Spirit said how you best navigate through this is by remembering a time before all this happened, when you were happy, when you were open, when you were free, when you believed and had dreams again. Allow that to come back to you. Repeat that again in your life with this Boomerang energy. Start that all back over. My butterflies, this is a pattern worth repeating. This Boomerang energy. Learning to feel good again, to be happy, to be creative, romantic, adventurous. That is a pattern worth reliving again. Even though, your trust may have been broken, it may have felt shattered, through situations, circumstances, events, outcomes, people, places, and things, whatever it was. That may have made you feel guarded, made you feel, like you want to be on the defense. Not open yourself up again. But Spirit says the best way to navigate through this energy is by you learning to live again. By you learning to be happy again. By you learning to be passionate, emotional. And I remember, my butterflies, these energies won't always resonate with you. So if they don't, you leave them here. But if they resonate, please leave me a like, share, comment, subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And we're going to move on to the healing outcome energy. The energy that Spirit is saying that you align yourself with. If you embrace this advice, embrace this path towards healing, whatever you've needed rest and recovery from. And we have the Four of Pentacles energy being here. So this energy is encouraging you to hold on to what is meaningful to you, what's authentic, what you have gained, any wisdom, anything like that you have gained from this experience. Spirit wants you to hold on to that. Keep that safe. And this energy is being clarified by honor memories. Honor memory says, let remembering comfort you, knowing reflection can bring healing and closure. Finding solace. Now see, this honor memories energy, with the Four of Pentacles, this is saying it's okay. It's okay to remember. My butterflies, it's okay. Healing doesn't erase what happened. It doesn't erase the past. But what healing does do is it changes, it alters our relationship with it. It alters how attached that we are to it. it alters how it's creating and making decisions for us, in the present moment or in our future. So healing is a very, very powerful thing. This energy is saying that we can appreciate. We can appreciate how it shaped us, how we were shaped, how we've grown, how we've healed, without allowing what happened to define us. Because our memories, they can teach us. They can teach us so much. Because like I said, the best way to navigate this is about you tapping back into those energies that remember the time when you were happy, the time when you was joyous, when you were romantic, when you following your heart song, when you did whatever your heart told you to do. Those are memories that's worth tapping into, that's worth holding on to. But anything that has happened that may have been surrounding chaos or confusion, you can honor the journey that it took to getting towards healing without letting, all those things back there define you, without letting them trap you. This is your opportunity to be intentional about protecting your peace while still remaining open to growth. Our past, it will always be a part of your story, my butterflies, that you can't change. But you don't have to identify by it. You don't have to let that be your who you are, what people see when you show up, who people remember you by. Closure that comes from, us gaining that safe space, finding peace within. I don't know why I'm seeing the energy of the world card right now. So this is all about, that's why I thank you, Spirit, because this is all about wholeness, a sense of belonging, attainment. That's what closure will give to you. Every moment, not every one of them. Let me repeat that. Now, let me rephrase that. Not every moment deserves, to be. It's not meant to be relived. It's not meant to, for you to keep going through it, giving it honorable mention every time you meet or see somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing that's the strongest or best stories that you have to tell. Sometimes we're meant to go through those things, honor what they taught us, and release them. And the only time we mention them is when we're standing in testimony, when we're using that story to empower others. Not to say attached to it in a way that it defines who we are and how everyone else sees us. My water signs, this is our moment to be intentional. Even though you are very, very emotional and you feel things very, very deeply, this is still it's still room for you to feel anchored. It's still room for you to feel firmly rooted, grounded, even though you've been through a lot. And the way you can do that is just by resting when you need to. Honor that rest. It's needed. It's a part of the healing journey. And give yourself some grace. Give yourself the compassion, the same compassion that you will give to others. You are capable of it. You have it in abundance. You are a part of that healing too. You deserve some of it back. So instead of waiting on others to give it to you, you go first. You give it to you first. And allow that to spread out to the masses and trickle back down to you in the way that, the Spirit sees fit for you. In the way that Spirit knows that it's going to keep encouraging you. The wisdom that we've gained during any of these situations, in these trials and tribulations that you may have went through in the past, is becoming the foundation for the very peaceful life that we created. Because through all that stuff, we're learning what to get rid of so that we can have that calm, that peaceful, that loving life. Isn't that part of purpose? I like to think so. My butterflies, I hope you all have appreciated these messages. It's been an honor and a privilege to give them to you. My water signs, always remember that this is energy is not asking you to forget about the past. Just because you're taking a break to relax, and after you relax and you recover, you're planning on releasing everything that happened and moving on. That's not about you. That's not like you're forgetting about something. That's you really telling yourself that you're not going to allow what happened to dictate your future. Until next time, my collective. My healing is your healing, and your healing is mine. So let's transform together. Welcome to your metamorphosis, butterflies. And until next time, you all have a blessed, love, and safe rest of your day.